Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Um, am I supposed to use brokers? Or should I avoid using brokers in real estate transactions? That's a question someone just asked. I'm going to be sharing my views on this contentious issue in this episode. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. I am Solomon Wangwe. So brokers are generally people who act as intermediaries between two parties in general, and that covers all manner of businesses. In real estate particularly, these are synonymous with usually uncultured, uncouth, unlicensed people who simply insert themselves in between a buyer and a seller with the aim of profiting or getting paid a commission for getting the two sides to meet. I have to say this is a very unique problem specific to Kenya. In most mature markets, brokers are generally licensed and regulated individuals. They have to go to school, they have to take classes, they have to pass exams and receive a license number, be formally registered by some authority in order for them to practice in a particular field. This is true all over, the western part of the world, Europe, and even parts of Asia. In Kenya particularly, I'm sure it's true for most parts of Africa, but in Kenya it's a bit crazy, I'll be honest. I know house helps who are brokers. Why? Because they happen to know that their friend's employer has a property that they want to sell, and they'll do a sign or make sure that they're one of 5 people who get called before you as a buyer are able to talk to a seller. And you have to pay a commission in many cases to all the 5 people in between you and the seller. So for that reason, even as Goshen Acquisitions, we strictly do not deal with brokers unless they're a licensed agent. Companies like Knight Frank, Lloyd Masika, and any number of the others, Palm Golding and the others. These are licensed entities who have indemnity covers to protect you as a consumer, and there's repercussion should they do anything that is deemed to be a form of malpractice. Those are the only kinds of entities we will deal with as agents or brokers. The others we strictly will not, and we advise that you as a buyer or someone out there in the market do not as well. They very often misrepresent information. They'll hike the price and put in their margins. In some cases, I've seen cases even offered to us where the seller was willing to take, in one case in particular, this was 6 years ago, the seller of the piece of land was willing to sell us land for 60,000 shillings per acre, but the broker who took us there had given us a price of 150,000 shillings per acre, which still sounded like a good price to us at the time until we actually met with the seller and they told us what they were asking for. And this is just one of a number of reasons, besides the legal exposure that this places on you, that we strictly do not deal with brokers, especially the informal kind, only deal with licensed agents who are regulated by laws and policies and have indemnity covers to protect you as a consumer. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. And for all those brokers out there who are watching, I'm sorry, had to be honest. I think your industry needs to be dealt with in a proper and a sane manner because you guys have a bad rep in the market, and that's my 2 cents. Feel free to share your comments through our YouTube channel. Send us an email at inquiry@goshenacquisitions.com. You can even give us a call directly at 07 0001 0001. We're more than happy to hear from you and engage with you. You're watching Own Land in Kenya. I am Solomon Wangwe. Stay tuned for more information on strategic land investment.